Good evening. Welcome to Flannel Hill Farm. It's been kind of a weird week. I think it's gonna get weirder before it gets better. But today we moved rocks. So every time we've picked rocks, it's kind of been in a different spot. And so there's been like these little piles of rocks, kind of 3 of them around. And so we went with the tractor and we filled all the rocks into the bucket and we dumped the rocks in the ditch. So the idea was to dump the rocks in the ditch so that a vehicle could get through the ditch a little easier. It was something to do with the rocks that would help. So, we did that. Also got a couple little, little chores done. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we will be going to one of the bigger cities we have, and we are going to try and see what the farmer's market looks like. It is really windy out here. I mean, not like really windy, but like it's windy. And it says it's supposed to rain. And there's rain south of us. There's like actual storms with like lightning and stuff south of us. And there's a cell west of us that's moving east. But we watered 2 days ago, and then the beds were still wet yesterday, so we didn't water. So I kind of have to water, don't I? I mean, like, I almost have to water so that they get watered, because if I don't water and it doesn't rain again. Look at his little nose going. He just like sits with the wind so that he can just sniff and not move. You'll find him laying like belly down in the wind so that he can just sniff and not move at all. So, that's what's up. Oh, we learned some stuff today. We did actually do some researchy stuff today. So, this big tree here, next to the red shed, is an Arizona walnut. It is leaning away from the red shed slightly, but it's dying. You can see the dead branches up here. So, I think it needs to come down. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see this, really bad spot? I don't know. It needs to come down. My family would just take some chainsaws and start hacking at it, but I think Big K wants to be a little bit more strategic about it. This, we believe, this one down here, so this is the garden beds. This one we think is a pecan tree. This is the other beds that we just started working on. So that tree is between those beds. But it's pecan tree, whatever you want to say. So it will produce and it won't kill everything, and it's just young. So I think we're gonna try to keep that one. These two, this one and this one, I do not believe produce much. The locals around here like them because there's something about worms in these trees. And I don't know, I don't like worms. So I didn't really do much research into this, but we literally have neighbors that fight over who gets to come over here and pick these worms off of our trees to go fishing. Not my thing. I'm not a worm person, and I don't have the patience for fishing, but they have these like bean things on them. Let me pull this off. And so here's the deal. I've never seen worms on these trees, but Big K said he watched some of the neighbors pull them off, and they are apparently a thing. So but they have these like bean things on them. So I don't know what kind of tree this is, but that's a big bean. It's like the size of my head. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth me going in and investigating next year, or if, I mean, they'll be fine because this is just gonna be pasture anyways, and it's not really hindering my garden, but I don't know. Oh, this must be the same tree because we have the same bean things. So I don't know. But again, no worms. I don't know when these worms come out. But these trees were full. And now, like, the leaves have been chewed on. Let's see this. So, I don't know. If you know what kind of tree this is, comment down below and let me know, so that I can maybe look it up and know more than I do today. But, and then when we came home today, I noticed that there were a bunch of like dead branches that were laying in our ditch. And Big K said that, yeah, they came by like earlier this week and were chopping branches that were by the pole. They must not have been trying to keep them away from the electrical poles, because this one's like running right through it. I don't understand. But this down here had some, so golly, what should I do? I mean, if I don't water, it's bound not to rain, right? And if I do water, I could overwater the beans. And you don't want root rot. So do I water, but water like less time? And just hope it rains? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So then, see this right here. This is all a bunch of dead branches. So I don't know. I don't get it. Oh! Oh! They took like a whole tree down. Okay. So this used to be like enclosed kind of. And they cut like a whole part of the tree down. So they cut down the one tree that was like maybe surviving. That seemed excessively fast, especially when the speed limit's 35. So yeah, they cut down that tree, but they didn't like take this away, which moves because it's rotting. Whatever. I didn't have to do it. So it is. Bentley Rotto! Get up here! What are you doing? He is very interested in what is across the highway. I don't know what's there, but I guess coyotes live over there. Come on, let's go this way. Hey, pay attention. Go that way. Go that way. Go on. No, go that way. Thank you. Okay. Come on, KK. So, and if we do some sheep or something, these trees, this tree, I guess, will be nice for them for shade. But worms, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the situation. So, we're still waiting for rain to put T-posts in. We have T-posts. They're laying here in a line where they're supposed to be put up. Waiting for rain, because this is very hard. This earth is very dry. So, waiting for that. Hopefully early this week we will have a plumber out here doing his thing. Yeah. Trying to, Monday, we will be putting more seeds in the ground, because that is apparently their second growing season. Potatoes and sweet potatoes are already in the ground. Some melons are already in the ground. And I think we're actually going to use my walk behind seeder. So that'll be exciting. Monday. So I better just plan to my heart's content here and get everything ready, and then hopefully it'll rain and we can put fencing up, and then in the fall we can get some bushes and some trees. I'm hoping the slab will be done like late this next week. And then maybe we can start getting the slab stained and sealed, and then we can start putting up walls. Right now, it just feels like we're idle. It feels like we can't do anything. I think what I need to do is make sure, well, I'm gonna have to figure out times. It's gonna take about an hour to get to, so what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna have to, we've been trying to keep the air conditioners off during peak time. So I think what we're gonna do is I'll get up, I'll turn the air conditioners off, I'll plug in the motorcycle, because that can trickle during peak times. So I'll plug in the motorcycle, and then we'll kind of hang out or whatever until peak time is over. Then we'll turn the ACs back on, and then we'll head out to the farmer's market. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a solid plan. These sweet potatoes are actually looking really good, you guys. Look at this. They're actually looking really nice. I'm super happy with that. I don't think we lost one slip, which is nice. And I kind of pulled some slips apart to make more than one slip, and I did not ruin any slips, which is a good thing. So, I'm happy about that. I am also quite happy with the melon situation. Oh, and I was going to show you. Check this out. So, every day I come out to more and more green bean plants. So look at this. We have 11 of them, which is incredible because I killed the last ones. Those ones that were in the containers, I was super happy about because they sprouted. And then it got hot and they baked. And then I was just so unhappy with it that I didn't do anything with them. And now they're just baked. So I think what'll happen is I will probably put the whole of the pots, dirt and all, into the compost pile. And I'll just let it compost in there. And then it will become part of the beds next year, next season, I guess. So, yeah. I did, oh, look, there's another bean. That's 12. I didn't even see that one. Been sitting here weeding, and it was under my knee. This is awesome. So for any of you that don't know, Bentley loves green beans. To the point where I actually had to, back in Minnesota, I emailed my vet and I was like, hey, because he would, if you let him out by himself, he would pull them. He would pull them right off the vines or the plants and he would eat them. And when you picked them, he would be sitting there waiting for you to throw it into the bucket, into the harvest bucket, and he would catch them and eat them. And I'm like, this dog is eating like a lot of green beans. And I was like, it's a vegetable. It's probably okay for him. But I'm like, at what point are green beans too many green beans? Because this dog was eating a lot of them. And she's like, oh, he'll be fine. Too much of anything, you know, could cause diarrhea. It could. And I was like, okay. And so then it turned out that he liked anything green. So green beans, snap peas, sugar snap peas, he would eat them all. So 11 plants is probably enough for Bentley for a month. So we're gonna plant more of those on Monday. We're gonna finish off the melon bed, probably plant that many more melons. Potatoes haven't done anything, but they take a little bit, so I'm not too worried about that. Beans are looking okay. Cucumbers, I have 2 plants coming up, and I planted more than 2, but there's only 2 coming up. It's okay. We will plant more. The peas, none of my peas came up, which is frustrating. But that's okay, we're learning. And I wasn't supposed to get anything, so it's fine. This one, I think, is radishes, and again, nothing. I don't know if it's radishes or carrots, but it's fine. We will plant more, and we are learning. And then the zucchini and the spaghetti squash is doing fantastic. So, we're learning. I just have to accept that it's a learning curve. So, alright. I will let you guys head your way back down the hill. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that little bell notification thing if you want to know when I post another video. It looks like I have dogs, so you don't have to find them on your way back down the hill. And if you know what that tree is, please comment. Let me know what that tree is. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Maybe I will take you guys to the farmer's market. Comment. Let me know if you want to see that. We'll definitely show you what a Missouri farmer's market looks like. All right. I appreciate y'all.